Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Kratos from God of War and also coming up in Fortnite, Chapter 5, Season 2. So let's get in there at the top. Start with the head. So we've got a dome area for his bald head. So let's go in there and just pop in a domed area. I'm going to start like there. It's going to be like the midpoint. So I'm just going to draw like a bit of an arc down there. Go from the other side down like that. Okay, I'm going to pop his ears in, so just going to pop little sort of arcs just around there. They kind of come down a little bit, and then really his beard comes in. So there's a lot of beard on this guy. I think the beard's going to probably come down to about here. What we can do there with that point now is sort of just come out a little bit, and it kind of sort of tapers down. So as we move down, we sort of head towards that dot. Let's do the same on the other side, so it's a little bit unruly, but at the same time, it's kind of got like a bit of an edge to it at the point at the end there. Cool. All right, we've got that in there. That sort of gives us the outline of the head. What I'm going to do now is just pop in his nose. I think his nose is going to be around about here. It's going to pop a little dot there. Okay, just going to do his nose, sort of going to come down like this, around like that. Okay. Okay, it's a real strong nose. I'm going to pop in a couple of lines up like so, and then we're going to do a sort of angry eyebrow. So he's kind of got a menacing sort of diagonal eyebrow. So two sort of diagonal lines like that, and then they kind of go out and sort of just taper out the sides there. And we're just going to do his eyes kind of like in like that, kind of just a little bit angry. So just a couple of lines in like so, and they're kind of quite made up, so I'm just going to do another line underneath. So just do like a little arc for the lower part of it, and then just another one under it. And then we can just pop in like just a little circle in there. If you can, just leave a little chip of white. There we go, like that. There we go, that's cool. Nice and menacing. A little bit of sort of brow anger, so just a couple of lines up here like that. Maybe just a little bit of sort of detail there, just to show that anger. It's kind of got a scar, I think, on this side, so I'm just going to do a little line down here that kind of goes up into here as well. So just a couple of little lines, like nuances of that. And a couple of little sort of bags underneath, like so. And then we've got his kind of lines by his nose, just like that. Sort of show he's like a little bit older guy. I'm going to just pop the moustache in here, so just going to bring that down out from sort of the base and the nose out and down like that. And then we're just going to work our way up to basically the ear area from here. So it's kind of just going to be, again, sort of a bit unruly, but work our way to the edge there. So same on the other side, work our way up like that. So kind of got a big old beard on there. Got his just a bit of lip, so I'm going to just pop a little like line in like that. And then we can kind of work the bottom part of the moustache down like that there. And then this kind of just sort of meets up a bit like this. Yeah, looking pretty good, pretty stern. Just to give a bit of detail for this beard now, I'm just gonna do a few little lines up like this. Sort of show like the way the beard's going. Again, sort of helps sort of like the pointedness of his beard area, sort of the hair and that. So it goes out like that, and there's maybe a few little lines here just to show that off there. All right, that's pretty cool, like that, that's good. All right, now we've done that cool head of Kratos, let's go in and start with the shoulders. So right hand side, he's got like, it's kind of covered with a little bit of armor. This first part just on the top area of the shoulder is a little bit kind of like material, so you can just have that sort of bouncing a little bit there. Well, on this side, we're going to just do it quite smooth like that, okay? Then we've got these massive sort of boulder shoulders. They're going to come out like here, so I'm going to sort of do a curve like that there. And then this side, he's got some armor, so I'm actually going to do a line up like this and then bring that out, right out, sort of like this. Bring that in, and then what we'll do is we'll just join that up like so. Just put a little bit of piping kind of around that. Little line like so there, just join that up there. That's good. Now I've got that outer sort of shoulder area. He's got two other little bits that kind of come down, so I'm just going to do a similar sort of thing again, just one sort of little kind of rectangle, and then kind kind of 2 that comes up from there. Again, we're just gonna pop a little bit of piping around there for detail. All right, cool. All right then, next up, let's have a look at the sort of chest area. So the material here kind of comes out to his sort of pec area. So I'm just gonna sort of draw that in like so. And then this material kind of comes up here, and then it comes sort of out and around like that. Okay, this comes right up around here where the pec area is there. And let's just kind of go around, kind of join that up like that. Then that can kind of come up here. He's saying this little line in there, it's got like some little belts going on here. So just do a couple of lines like there, bring that out, a little buckle area, maybe a bit of detail in there. And then that kind of comes here, the straps kind of come around here like that. A couple of holes, a couple of like rivets I suppose here, maybe just make those circles. And then this sort of part kind of joins up, so we're just gonna sort of join that up there again. A few more little rivets, a nice bit of detail there. What we can do on this shoulder pad as well, it's kind of like sort of waffled style, so we're just going to do some curved diagonal lines and then do the same on the other side. So curved diagonal lines, sort of make that kind of crisscross pattern going on. Do the same in here, same here, sort of cross that over again, little wavy lines. All right, cool. Let's do the under part of his shoulder here. So kind of the muscle comes up, kind of comes out like this, kind of a little bit of detail goes up like that. And then we can kind of work on the torso once we've done this area. So this is all kind of built in now. I guess that strap does kind of go in like that. We'll just join that up. And then there, we've got the underside of a pec here. And there's kind of like barrel of a torso that goes in like that there. Then his belt kind of comes up around here. So I'm gonna just, from about that point there, let's just pop in a little bit of belt that goes here and up here. This kind of comes right up, sort of like that area there. And we can kind of sort of bring that belt around like so there. And then join that up here. There's a little sort of further belt in there, so I'm just going to do a little sort of buckle in there, a little kind of shield bit there. Maybe there's one here too. We're just going to join that up like that. Join that up to that buckle. Then in here, we're just going to follow this area around here, a little bit of piping, and kind of like weave. So I'm just going to do like where that's kind of woven in. Just a little bit of detail there. Kind of is the same here as well. So kind of a little bit of weave there, a little bit of weave there as well. All right. It's got a big old scar going on here, so I'm just going to kind of draw like a little wiggly line like so. And then we're just going to kind of start popping in a little bit of this sort of ab muscle. So kind of like barrel around, like where the abs come around like that. Just sort of draw that in, maybe a little bit down there like that. All right, cool. This arm here, the bicep is going to come down like that. And then we can do the outer part of the arm, so the tricep here, and just join that up to about there, okay? This side, we're going to sort of show the bicep coming here, and that kind of joins up the tricep, sort of goes behind just there. So the forearm, I'll just draw a little line in, the forearm sort of starts there, forearm crease sort of starts here. With this area now, we can just do the rest of the legs, so just going to draw another line in like this, and this kind of separates, just line that up like that. This kind of separates like the lower area. He's got another belt on, so I'm just going to draw another kind of belt in and a little loop for a strap there, and just bring that up to about here. Then he's got like his little bag and his little knife going on, so I'm just going to start sort of giving an idea of that, bearing in mind that this arm's probably going to come in here, this arm's going to come here. Little line down from here, sort of little loop of a belt. You can join that up like so. That kind of just sort of ruffles around like this. And then he's got kind of like a line there, and then a bit of sort of cloth that kind of comes out and around like this. And then he's got kind of tattered little sort of looping belts, sort of strap bits that come down here. So I'm just sort of going to draw a few of those in, sort of little sort of tatters like that come around, sort of in and out there. All right, cool. This is a good time now, I think, to finish this arm off. So I just want to make sure I get that in here. So I think big bit of armor here. So just draw a little loop like little curved line here, and then the inside of his glove sort of here. So bring that in around there. You can just join that up there, and then there's 2 major pieces of armor. So I'm just going to do some fairly big rectangles like that. Join that up. Then we can pop in a few little lines there. Cool. And then in here there's a couple, I think there's like 2 little sort of spikes, so just pop those in there. Another little rectangle here at the top of the wrist sort of area, and the sort of the top of the hand, and then we'll just have his fists going in and around here, and the fingers in like so, like that. Okay, just sort of loop that around, maybe just a little bit of extra kind of detail around here, maybe just draw into those lines a little bit, sort of add a little bit of cool detail to that arm area there. Okay, right, next up, let's get this arm done. So this sort of comes in a little bit here, and then we just sort of comes out a little bit where his arm is, where the forearm comes in, and then he's got kind of like it's looped around and kind of like material looped in there. So I'm just gonna sort of have little wiggly lines that come down to where his sort of wrist area are. Then we can just sort of do some cool little joins, little curves. Have a bit of fun with this bit. Just draw around there like that. All right, that's good. Then with this hand we can draw a thumb that comes out and around here, and then it's kind of clenched fist again, so it comes around like this. Big old clenched hand there for Kratos. All right. Now we've drawn the hand area in here, we can kind of work out where this sort of bag area is, so it sort of comes out and around there. The top of this bag area is here, so we can sort of start joining things up. The knife is kind of here, so just draw those bits in. That's cool, like that. All right, now where we've got this material, it's kind of patchwork, so we can just do little lines up, and little lines in, and sort of show the stitching by just doing some lines in that. It's a really good way, an effective way, kind of show like stitching on material, just a line and a few lines in. That kind of comes up to there, and there's another piece sort of here, a little bit of lines down there. It's a really good, nice bit of detail. A few little rivets in here, so just little circles, add to that effect as well. All right, let's pop in. Actually, let's just put one more little bit there. Then we can work out the leg area. So the leg area for here, kind of like the big trouser area, can come round here. Do a curve like that, bring it around here, so solid legs on Kratos. Curve around there, bring it right around like that, so big old trousers going on like that. And then we've got these kind of almost like kneecap parts of his boots, so let's just do like a curve around like this, sort of show the kneecap area. And this part of the leg is kind of like the kneecaps there, but it's also part of the boot, so let's just sort of show that kneecap. And again, a little line up here, a few little lines to show stitching. All right, that's cool. Now with the final part of the leg, let's just bring this down, work out here where the calf is, and then bring this in down there. And this side, bring it out ever so slightly, then down, then just flare it out a bit, curve that up. And again, we can just do some cool little curves, sort of showing like material in there, sort of looping around on the character like that. Okay, this side similar sort of thing, but it's kind of the shin's going to kind of be here and come out here, so kind of just a little bit of wavy line that goes in. Calf's going to be here, so we come out a bit and then in down like that, and it kind of again flares out like this. A few little lines going on, nice bit of detail here where we like sort of showing that, maybe a bit more on here as well. Yeah, that's cool. All right, okay, let's do those feet and the shoes. So he's kind of got boots on, they're quite dark. I'm just going to bring down a heel to about sort of here, and then we're just going to curve that around and bring that out here, round that up, and then join that up sort of there. And then this side, this kind of flares out here, comes around the bottom here and around there. What I might do there is just put a little bit of sort of darker detail in, just around those bits too. Let's just pop in a bit of ground, so a little bit of maybe rocky background for him, like that. A few rocks around there. I think that's cool. I think we can start to do the colouring now. So, oh, just one more thing I think on here. This is like cool material, so I'm just going to do kind of some little like U sort of looks. Sort of show this is kind of like a fleecy sort of material. just around there, just give a bit of emphasis on that. Yeah, that's cool, just around there. Great, all right, cool. Next up, let's have a look at just filling in, what should we do? Just filling in a bit of that sort of skin area really. So I'm just gonna, he's got really, really pale skin, so I'm gonna get a pale sort of skinny, fleshy color. I'm just gonna kind of just draw in around the edges like this. Or these edges where the light might be, just give it a little bit of lighting going on and sort of shading. Just around here, around this area, like that, that's where the shadow is. Just give a bit of body to our character, around where the hands are, down like that, that's it. Maybe around where the muscles are, and that little bit of scarring. Just around here in the ears, maybe the inner part as well. Sort of helps sort of showing the muscle areas. Okay, that's cool. And what I might do then is just get very, very light blue and just have the sort of shadow on the other side just sort of coming off, so we've got a nice sort of change of colour either side of everything. That might be quite cool, just sort of bouncing off the muscles and things like that around here, while the rest of it sort of stays quite light really. Okay, maybe then I'll just grab ourselves a slightly darker skin colour, and these sort of darker areas, it's got a like slightly darker skin tone there, maybe where the lips are. Maybe then we can then just do like an additional little line where there's a little bit of extra shadow around our character. Cool, okay. Right, let's get in there now. Let's get a dark, very dark grey. Let's just get some of those darks, sort of build those out. So the shoes are very dark areas, so fill those in. I was almost going to use a black, but I think that's cool. We can just use a nice grey, and it will just help the lines pop a little bit more as well with this one. Let's get ourselves a darker brown, and then we can just start sort of filling in sort of those darker areas of our picture as well. So this sort of fleece line around here, this can be that colour. Get that going on, sort of darker brown. Into these sort of areas as well, and they can kind of just bounce off the lights, and it's going to work into those sort of diamond areas that we've made up. Maybe as it goes a bit more over here, it gets a bit darker, so I'll just fill them in a little bit more. That's cool. Maybe just in here, just some of these little bits, we just emphasise that. Those little bits around here with the darker parts, and then I think sort of in here this can be the darker colour, and then sort of these straps I'm going to sort of do some bits dark and some bits lighter, so it'll be a nice sort of variation later on. Kneecap area we can just work into there. Same here, like maybe that side is that colour, and a few of these bits are darker. Work in and around, choose a few of those bits, that's cool. Same with this bit here, sort of work our way in, some darker bits. Like that, let's go in there, have a look at that sort of that pouch area. Around here can be dark. And there's like a, this kind of belt area here, that's quite dark. Maybe that top part of it, just sort of fill in on the sides of it, just around like that. And then some of this can be light, some dark. Again, it's kind of like patchwork, so fill in like every other one, fill that in, fill that in. And then let's have a look at his beard. Let's fill that beard in, start looking a bit more like him in a minute. Nice, okay. Let's just get that dark grey back again. Just going to do this part of his arm. Fill those bits in. Maybe in there as well. And then this belt here, this is like a darker grey, so fill that in. This part too. Those areas. Alright, okay. Just get that darker bit back again, just on there. And I think I'm just going to get a lighter brown now. So grab that lighter brown, and then we can just sort of fill in some of those other areas that still have the brown on it, but you can just have a nice bit of variant, especially with the skin there. There's a lot of sort of earthy sort of tones of our character here. So let's go fill in these. Goes to the foot here as well, so just fill those bits in. Just a little like chipper light just on that, a bit of armour, fill these bits in. Somewhere now. This side on here, fill that in by the arm too. Just leave a little chip of light on that side. And then this belt area, just fill that in. It's just near the rivets. Okay, that's good. It's going to fill in the edging of these bits too. And that top bit of the pouch we were talking about before, and then maybe just start filling in the beard area so it starts becoming a little bit sort of darker as well, just around there. Okay, next up, let's get ourselves a lighter grey, and I'm just gonna fill in some of those sort of lighter areas around here. Maybe just start just a little bit of that grey just on some of that brown we've got, just to sort of push it back a little bit, make it a little bit darker around here, sort of help with the grey sort of colouring. Just in here as well, doing this area here where this little knife is, and maybe just on the edges of some of these as well, just on this body too. Alright, that's cool. So let's have a look. Let's just get that gold. There's a few little pops in the rivets here, just on here as well. We've just got some little kind of golden bits, and maybe we just sort of do the edging of there, maybe just on the edges of there to just give a bit of variance, just a little bit, and get a nice burgundy colour. What we can do is you can fill in these bits, real nice rich red. Fill that in, a little bit there. Cool, actually, a little bit at the bottom there. Yeah, that's better. And then he's got his markings on there. So we've got this cool little bit here that kind of curves down to sort of the middle part here. So curves around like that, down. This then joins up there, down. Fill that in. Kind of continues where the eye is there, and it sort of comes out here, and then there's like a little line up, join it up to the eye. Nice, okay, there's that little bit. Next up we've got this bit that goes around sort of the shoulder area, so kind of starts around here, kind of curve it down with his muscle around down to the pec there, and it kind of comes in sort of here, comes around like that, makes it just a little chunk wider. Fill that in. Solid colour there. Bit on the arm here, so this comes out, and this sort of tribal marking comes out and down like that, and this other side will come around and up like that, fill it in. Okay, starting to look like Kratos now. And then this little part, there's a piece here. So this goes around, sort of nice little chunk of it right here. Just fill that in, like so. Real nice solid red colour there. Right, I'm just gonna get that sort of darker grey, and I'm just gonna fill sort of that beard in. Just give him that real sort of dark beard look that he's got from the game God of War. Yeah, fill that right in. That's good. That's more like it. And I think some of these, this sort of fleece area could do with just a bit of a bump up of that tone as well. So just sort of fill that in. That's cool. And maybe just on this side too, I think. Quite nice just to have that sort of tone here and here, sort of coming around. Just fill that, just touch that over that a bit again. So it just goes a bit darker. Like that. And maybe just where the boots, we can just add a little bit more sort of detail and texture to our picture. Starts looking a lot more like, I feel like a lot more like the character now that we want it to. So just a bit more in here and here. Just build it up, layer it up. These Pro Markers are great for just layering up these little bits. So you can just start a bit lighter and then just start layering everything up bit by bit. It starts looking really effective after a little while. Cool, okay, right. Let's get that sort of, what colour? This sort of colour here. Sort of rocky, sandy background. Just sort of make it textured, sort of a little bit erratic, like it's rocky ground, rocky stain. And then I think that's about it. And that is Kratos on ArtDraw. Thanks for watching.